Mm-mm.
It had to be Sherman. And how is that? Let's find out. Ugh, my nose.
Okay, this is the last one, right? I'm
Yes.
guessing by the music.
Even though it was dark, I'm sure it was Mr. Diggits that I saw. After noticing me, he had run away into the dark. As I checked on Lyle, I noticed the murder weapon in his back. After setting him down, I ran to my office, as you already know. Then, after making the call, I looked into the hallway to see if anything had changed. I noticed that the lights were on and that the floor was clean. The only person who could have done this, I'm sad to say, is Mr. Diggits.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm still finding that hard to swallow.
I
Sorry.
am too.
As
I think
far
this is where our theory plays in.
What's that?
I think this is where the theory plays in.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's see.
as far as circumstances go, the only person who could have committed the crime was Mr. Diggits.
Rada. This testimony looks bad for us, Nick. We have to find something here or it's over.
I don't have any intentions of giving up. It may seem like a convincing testimony, but I'm sure that Mr. Oats is still hiding something.
Now then, let us proceed with the cross-examination.
Alright,
Last cross-examination. Let's do this.
here we go. Even though it was dark, I'm sure it was Mr. Diggits that I saw. Okay. After noticing me, he had ran away into the dark. As I checked on Lyle, I noticed the murder weapon in his back. Okay. After setting him down, I ran to my office, as you already know. Then after making the call, I looked into the hallway to see if anything had changed. Alright, I think we should press this one.
Okay, see, I had an earlier statement to press. I don't know, but alright.
You went to see if anything changed?
I merely looked out just to see if the killer came back. Though I didn't expect to see anything at all at first.
And what did you see when you looked into the hallway?
I noticed that the lights were on and that the floor was cleaned.
What statement did you feel needed pressing, Shinju?
Not this one. I'm stubborn about this one. I mean, it's probably not important, but I just want to press it.
Well, let's find out. Can't hurt.
Yeah.
What did you notice when you examined the body?
Well, it was still dark in the hallway, but the light from my office helped me see things clear enough to deduce who the victim was. I also saw the custodial knife sticking out of the back of Lyle. Considering there was little light in the hallway, I suppose it wouldn't be too hard to make out these things you mentioned. What have you to say, Mr. Wright?
You think we should have the testimony amended?
I think so.
Alright. If I heard what I think I heard, then I think we have a chance to turn things back in our favor. Your Honor, I'd like to have what the witness said amended to the testimony.
Very well. Mr. Oats, if you would please add this new information to the testimony.
Thank you, Judge, for being on our side. Thank you.
Of course. I noticed a custodial knife sticking out of Lyle's body.
Press this one?
But how did he know it was a custodial knife?
Oh, it was a chisel. Oh wait, no.
I think we need to present this. How did he know it was a custodial knife? He wasn't here for the first bit of the trial when everybody else was saying it was a custodial knife.
Oh my god.
Let's try it.
Oh.
Objection! Well, here we go. So, you noticed that it was a custodial knife sticking out of the victim's back. That's quite revealing.
Same quote
What do
from
you mean by
Game 1,
that?
Case 2. Sort of.
What'd you say?
The quote, quite revealing,
Yeah.
as in April May's testimony.
Uh-huh.
I noticed that. Sorry, go on.
Take a look at the blade on the knife. As it was pointed out earlier in the trial, the edge is flat and horizontal. It's a pretty defining feature of the custodial knife.
What's your point, Mr. Wright?
My point all comes down to this. If the knife was sticking out of the back of the victim, all you would see is the handle. Therefore, it would be impossible to tell what kind of knife the murder weapon is.
Ooh! Oh god, his hair!
Order! Order!
Order!
What is the meaning of this? Mr. Oats, if the knife was in the back of the victim, how did you know that the weapon was a custodial knife?
Objection!
Please, there's obviously a simple explanation for this. He must have noticed that it was a custodial knife by its handle.
Objection!
Need I remind you that it was dark in the hallway? He couldn't have seen it clearly. There's only one way he could have.
What? I take it you have the answer, Mr. Wright.
That's right. There's only one way.
If I may say something. Yes, Mr. Oats? Mr. Wright.
Huh?
You seem intent in finding fault with my testimony. I feel I must state something, lest you get the wrong idea.
What is it?
As the assistant principal of Thomas Light High, I am devoted to the children. There is no reason on earth for me to ever bring harm to them. I hope, when you come up with your answer, you keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
Oh, we'll get a penalty if it's wrong. What do you think? There. Hold on, throat's weird. Alright. What do you think he means? Nick. Ah. What do you think he means, Nick?
I think he's trying to tell me he never killed any of his students.
I don't know, Nick. Do you think we should believe him?
I'm not really sure. I better think hard on this. On what Mr. Oats really did that night.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Very well. I believe this is what happened.
No!
This is a bit of a tough one. Let's see.
Well, surely he was stabbed.
I don't, I'm starting to think that
Stabbed but didn't kill?
I want to say he was stabbed, but I don't think he was really killed though. I want to believe he didn't kill him, but yeah. If you really think about it, he's insisted on seeing the knife, but all right. I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
I believe the theory is he was stabbed, but did not kill him.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Let's find out. I think that's what happened. I don't believe Mr. Oats would go out of his way and murder Lyle. He even told us that he was making progress with the victim's behavior in school. However, there have been too many contradictions in his testimony today, which leads me to believe that he is hiding something from this court.
Hiding something?
Ooh.
Mr. Oats, you knew that it was a custodial knife that took the victim's life. And the reason for that is because you were the one who put the knife in his back.
What?
Objection!
Wait a minute! If he didn't kill the student, but placed the knife in the back... Exactly. The killer must have fled with the murder weapon.
Oh my god!
Another stroke.
Oh my god! No! No, I can't.
I will have order in this courtroom! Mr.
Objection!
Do you have any idea of what you're proposing? If the murderer fled with the knife, then the victim would be bleeding out. meaning that the mess that Mr. Diggits had to clean would have been larger than we thought. Doing all this on D1 would have been impossible.
That is true. Even if the assistant principal went out to find a knife, a large puddle of blood would have been made in the hallway.
And that's my point. A large mess like that could not have been made on D1. The police would have performed the necessary test and reported if there was.
Objection!
If that is true, then there can only be one explanation. The murder did not occur on D1 like we all thought it did.
I knew it!
What?
I knew it!
Yep,
I knew it!
I knew it too.
The murder happened somewhere else?
A likely story. But it's the only way to explain the lack of blood on the first floor. Very well. Then why don't you show us where the real murder scene is?
D2! D2!
Point it out to us on the map.
D2!
Yes. Please, tell us on the map where the murder really happened, Mr. Wright.
Very well. No problem at all. There's only one place where Lyle could have been murdered.
D2! 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 D2!
Let's see. I want to say that it was right about here. Take that! The murder occurred here.
Objection!
Are you just here to waste our time? You're pointing at D1. Didn't you say the murder happened somewhere else?
Objection!
If you let me finish and not jump ahead. I am not pointing towards D1. What? Yes, I'm pointing to the same building. But the location I'm referring to is D2.
Oh my god! Ah! Explosion!
Order! 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 The murder occurred on the second floor?
Are you insane? What makes you... It's the only place where Lyle could have been killed that night. He was killed on the second floor of D building.
So the murder really happened upstairs?
It had to, and Mr. Oats knows I'm right. I'm finally solving the mystery as to why there were so many contradictions before. Now it's time to prove it.
Mr. Oats, do you have anything to say about this? Well,
Objection!
Wait a moment. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
what is it, Mr. Hawk?
Mr. Wright, you've been to the second floor, correct? Yes, I was there. I have a report here from Detective Gumshoe. He went back to the school on my request to do a second investigation. Just in case, he told me the condition of D2. He said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary on the floor.
No! There was a tile missing!
And that means what?
Mr. Wright claims that the killer ran off with the murder weapon. As it's been said before, a large puddle of blood would have been left behind. I don't suppose you happened across such a mess that the detective...
I have the answer!
What?
I have the answer! Just keep continuing.
Okay.
Oh my god. I
Definitely
just
wasn't
figured
any
it out.
puddles of blood when we visited D2. If that's the case, then that means... we didn't see any bloodstains on the second floor.
But, Mr. Wright, you said...
I'm not done yet, Your Honor.
Oh my god.
Certainly, there was no sight of blood on the ground when we visited D2. If that's the case, there is a simple explanation. A simple explanation that Mr. Oats provided us.
What do you mean?
If there wasn't any blood on the ground, then someone must have cleaned it up. And the only person who could have done that would be Mr. Oats.
Mr. Oats!
Objection!
And why is that? Why would this witness need to clean the floor on D2? The murder, according to your witness, took place on the first floor. He wanted us to think this, so we moved the body down to D1.
What?
So, you intend to accuse Mr. Oats with tampering with the crime scene? Very well, I'll play this game of yours. According to your theory, Mr. Oats also cleaned the floor on D2, correct? Yes. But to go so far to clean a large mess would require cleaning supplies. There are some custodial closets in the building, but require a custodial key to get into.
So then he would have had to have gone all around the school to find something to clean the mess up with.
Okay, you know what? When can I say my answer on this? Can I just say my big giant theory?
Sure, let's have it.
Okay, here's what happened. Remember when he said the mop cock was stolen? Mr. Oats took the mop, like after he moved the body down to D1, he took the mop bucket and cleaned up the blood. However,
Yes?
the bloody tile is the murder weapon! The bloody tile! I know it!
Okay,
That's my answer!
I don't know if... Okay. I
I'm
don't know
telling
about
you,
the tile
I know
being
I'm
the
right. I
weapon,
know I'm right.
but I got a feeling you may be onto something. We'll have to see.
I know it. This is it. It's just gonna get to you. I know this is it. I know this is it.
Okay, calm down. Oh, calm down. We're getting to it. Yes, and time would have been on his side if he had that large mess to clean. Well, Mr. Wright, I'm sure you now realize that what you're proposing is impossible. There's no way the murder occurred on D2.
Objection!
I wouldn't write off my explanation just yet. Mr. Oats got lucky and found this while looking for something to clean the mess.
The mop bucket.
Custodial card. Take that!
Or yeah, that.
Mr. Oats went to C building and came across the answer to all his problems. The custodial cards.
He found a cart?
Mr. Diggits said that during his work in C building, his card went missing. Hugo had actually attributed to this fact by not noticing it. So, who do you think made off with the custodial card then? Mr. Oats, you took the custodial card.
Objection!
Not so fast. You still haven't explained where the knife came from. Wouldn't the witness have to go out of his way and find one? Not necessarily. Mr. Diggits explained to us that he keeps most of his equipment on his mop cart.
He took it from the mop cart.
Had almost all my equipment in it. Didn't think about it till now. I'm sure someone made off with it.
Why would someone take your cart without telling you?
It's me, kid. So the cart had the head custodian's supplies in it.
We've already heard that Mr. Diggits had a spare knife on him. He must have left another one in the cart.
It's building. My theory's building.
I believe things are starting to make sense.
Objection!
Not likely.
Mr. Hawk?
Tell me, Mr. Wright. You didn't happen to come across the cart, did you? Huh? Uh-oh.
You didn't exactly bring it with us, Nick.
I know. Mr. Diggins only told us about it. I see by your chattering with your assistant that you haven't a clue where it is. It has to be somewhere. Where? Maybe it was hidden. Mr. Oats couldn't risk bringing the card anywhere else. So maybe it's...
Well, Mr. Wright, was there in fact a custodial cart used that night? And if there was, where could it have gone?
Yes, I believe the card is somewhere. Somewhere in the school. I'll have to use the map to show where the custodial card might be.
What?
Very well. Please show us where the custodial cart is on the map.
Damn it. Wait.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, my nose spit stopped up there. Oh.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
I was so far.
That's a good
Wait.
question.
Did they say that it was taken? It was taken out of the art wing, wasn't it? When they were cleaning the rooms. I know it's in C building.
It was taken from that building, but I don't know. I mean, he couldn't have just used it and then put it back right there in that same place. So,
oh my god, I'm thinking.
where could he have hidden it?
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm anticipating right now.
You know what? I have a theory. I have a bit of an idea.
What's this? See, I know my idea is right, but I can't prove where the mop bucket went. Or, I call it a mop bucket, okay? A custodial cart, I don't know.
It's same different, same deal.
Okay.
Sure,
Okay.
Shinju. What if the cart, he said it must have been hidden somewhere, because we didn't exactly see it when we first investigated, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he took, Mr. Oats took that cart and hid it away in his office?
I'm thinking a classroom.
No, it couldn't have been a classroom. Somebody would have noticed. Somebody would have noticed it and then got suspicious. I'm thinking he put it in his office. Because think about it for a second. Remember earlier when we was coming back through to investigate, trying to get to D1 and bumped into Mr. Oats?
That's right, his office was in that corner.
He said
like,
he forgot his
where
keys.
Where the stairs is.
He said he came and forgot his keys, which I thought was I thought it was an okay excuse at the time, but now that I think about it, it seems kind of suspicious. So I'm thinking the cart is here, where I'm pointing at.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm gonna go on you with this.
Here we go. Take that! The custodial cart is here.
That small room? What room is it?
That is the assistant principal office on D2.
Oh my god!
Since the investigation was set in D1, I'm sure the police never checked upstairs. With no other place to hide the cart, the witness had to hide it there. Besides, we saw you coming out of there yesterday, Mr. Oats.
You two?
What are you doing here, Mr. Oats?
I forgot my keys in my office here. I have them now, so nothing to worry about. See you later, then.
Oh, thank you, Ark. I am just...
I find it very unlikely that you forgot your keys in the office. You had already left the school before, saying you were going to a meeting.
Oh, the meeting!
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, Mr. Oats? The custodial card is in your office, isn't it?
Witness, did you... Is this true?
Come on.
More far-fetched conclusions. What?
Mr. Hawk doesn't know when to give up, does he?
He's no quitter, that's for sure. What does he have up his sleeve this time? Even if a custodial card is found in the assistant principal's office, it means nothing. The murder still could have taken place on D1. Huh? After cleaning the mess on D1, the defendant could have left the card in the D2 office. Which means your theory that the murder took place on D2 is nothing but mere conjecture. Ugh.
No!
It sounds like you have no way of proving your case. Yeah!
No! No! No!
Well, the defense seems to have run out of steam. And I, for one, think that this case has come to an end.
No! It can't end yet!
If I may be excused, Your Honor, there is still some work I need to attend to at the school. Yes, we've kept you here long enough.
No.
After the witness is through here, I will announce my verdict.
I know Mr. Oats is connected